Hello, everyone. Camilo Machado here, and I'm very glad that you've stopped by to spend a few minutes here. I'm going to encourage you to listen to every last minute of this video. Just try to shut off any distractions because my intention today is to help you in any way I can to achieve the life of your dreams, to get you closer to whatever your financial goals might be. And obviously, you're here because you're trying to find answers. You want to figure out this whole internet marketing thing, and you might be struggling and you might be new, and I want you to know that I've been there where you are, but I got to tell you that there is a way out, and there's a simple set of principles that if you choose to genuinely, okay, and I do mean genuinely, accept them, just empty your cup and truly live by these principles, I promise you, you cannot help but succeed. And I say this to you on the onset of this video because I want to make sure that you stay tuned and that you listen to everything I've got to say, because I've been where you are. I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to feel like you're doing the things you've been told to do, writing the blog posts, doing the SEO, spending time on Facebook, posting on groups and whatnot, and it doesn't seem to be working. Or if you're new, not knowing where to start or who to believe, or is this a scam, is this really for real? I understand what that's like because I did that. I spent oodles and oodles and oodles of time surveying different capture pages and landing pages and following different people, trying to figure out, like, well, has anybody tried this dude, has anybody tried this product? And it's just a vicious cycle, and I want to end it for you here now, because at the end of the day, you can have the life you want, you can have the life you deserve, but you've got to stop thinking in terms of the money and the tool, and you've got to really boil it down to some very simple basics. Okay, so let's talk about those. Two simple sets of principles, right? Two sets. All right, you've got mindset, knowledge, and action, and then on the other side, okay, once you've taken care of these core personal fundamentals, then you can get to the nuts and bolts, which is product, traffic, and leads. It's how it works, guys. And I can tell you right now that I have never accomplished anything in my life of significance, financially, spiritually, or physically, whatever, unless I had the right mindset, which then propelled me to seek the correct, specialized knowledge, which I could then use to execute a plan. All right. And then by taking action on that plan, I got the thing that I wanted. So, in 2006, when I doubled my salary from $75,000 to about $130,000 a year, that was a result of that simple formula: MKA, mindset, knowledge, and action. When I bought my first three pieces of real estate, really the only three that I ever bought before the markets crashed, I mean, I'd never bought a single piece of property. I didn't own the house or the dwelling I lived in, and yet I went out there and I had no idea how to buy real estate, but I made money buying real estate because I made it my intention and my definite purpose that I wanted to become a successful real estate investor, and for a time I was. Now, I also want you to know that I've been through some very difficult times as well. Shortly after that, as I mentioned, the markets crashed, and my properties foreclosed. I had a child on the way, so I had no choice but to let that happen in order for me to at least find some way to stay on my feet. And so that led to bankruptcy, and that was humiliating and very difficult. And we didn't have a place to live. We were shacking up with my wife's in-laws at the time. And it was a difficult and dark time in my life, but I knew enough. I knew enough about personal development and about self-belief and my personal power that I knew I was going to stay down. And so sure enough, we were back on our feet fairly quickly. Well, fast forward 2 years later, and I find myself unemployed. And I spent 14 months unemployed, guys. This was back in 2010. Okay, so from 2010 to 2011, 14 months in which basically I watched my marriage end. My 401k disappeared because I was living off of it to compensate for the fact that unemployment would only cover about 50% of my household expenses. And then, unemployment ended. And here is sort of like the cruel knife, poking the wound. Right before my unemployment ended and right before I basically used up the last $1,000 in my 401k, I finally had my first breakthrough online. I finally started listening to mentors, and within 30 days of focusing on what they were teaching me to do with this new company, I was getting fresh training, and I was doing a lot of really cool things on Facebook, connecting with people, and my blog was, getting 400 or 500 people a day. I started making money, and I started getting checks in the mail, and I was flashing them on Facebook. I've got checks from 4 different streams, and my best month, I brought in 9 people to my network marketing opportunity, and at that point, I learned one of the more important lessons I can share with you today. And that is, if you don't have a product that pays you enough to cover your operating expenses and puts you in profit quickly, you're going to struggle. Why? Because I would spend 2 hours over the course of 2 days trying to recruit somebody, closing them into my network marketing business, getting them to shell out their credit card, and shell out $400, and I would get paid $100. So my math tells me that's 25 cents on the dollar, and that's fuzzy math. These other tools that I was promoting to help generate leads and become this guru online, I'd move some of that product, but again, 15 cents on the dollar, 20 cents on the dollar, and you realize very quickly, especially if your team is not producing, that you've got to do all the work and that you have to move a lot of that product to make enough money to cover your nut. All right. So in order to cover your living expenses, I was trying to replace $5,000 in income monthly, and I was only generating $1,500, $1,700, $1,200. Just wasn't enough, and I ran out of time. All right. So what can we learn from that? Well, what we can learn is that we need products that pay you enough. The only way to do that is to find products that pay you 100% commission, or products that you produce yourself so that you can earn 100% of the money back, right? I'm going to choose, at least if you're starting out, and even for myself, because why do more work than you have to, a product that has high demand and pays 100% commission, that sounds pretty good to me. Then the next thing you have to do is you've got to learn how to drive traffic to marketing materials that convert. All right? Now, here's where people die a slow death. This is the precipice, if you will, where people fall off the cliff and just die because they don't understand that this is really your task. You, for the most part, typically never have to create your own marketing materials to succeed because someone else has probably already done that for you, and they're using those materials to generate leads themselves, which means they usually convert at a very high rate. Your job is to drive eyeballs that see those marketing materials so that they opt in, and you can start building a list. In other words, your leads. Your job is to drive traffic, and then once you generate these leads, which will happen virtually on autopilot once you put people in front of these marketing funnels, your job at that point is to do what we call lead nurturing, which is build a relationship and let people know that you're a real person, that they can trust you over the course of time, and they should be able to follow in your footsteps because what you do helps you, and if they do what you do, they'll help themselves. That's how this whole thing works. And in our team, that's what we promote. We don't promote the money. Yes, we can show you how to make $10,000 a month in 90 days, 15, 20, 30,000. But if we can't get you to first believe that you can do that, and if we can't show you how to do that so that you get results quickly, then you're not going to have those results, and then we cannot grow as a team, and then this whole thing just falls apart. So our focus is helping people succeed and manifest the life they want, which goes beyond the money, which is transcendent of the money, because you might find out that you could be perfectly happy making $7,000 a month and working from home 3 hours a day. Someone else might say, well, I do want that Porsche, and I kind of need to get $15,000 deposited in my bank account every month. Or you might be someone who wants to make 20 or 30, or you might be someone who loves your job because let's say you teach and you are immensely rewarded by nurturing young minds, and you only need a few extra dollars in your bank account so that when summertime comes along, you can take those beautiful, nice vacations you always wanted to take, except now you have the money to do it because your teaching job may not pay you all that well. See, it doesn't matter what it is that you want. Our intent is not to tell you how much money you should or shouldn't make. Our intent is to figure out what do you want your life to be about, and then we show you how you can get there quickly. Okay? And the way you get there quickly is you have the right products, we teach you how to drive traffic, and then we teach you how to convert that traffic into sales. And we know that you're going to fall into one of two camps. You're either going to be very tight on money due to whatever circumstances are happening in your life, or you're going to have some money to play around with, and then we're going to show you how to do free strategies so that you can build your business on a budget, and we're going to show you how to do paid strategies so that you can build your business lightning fast. And then if you're on this camp where you don't have a lot of money, we'll show you how to use the sales and the money that starts to trickle in so that you can get on the fast track as quickly as possible. See, we're about building a community, a sisterhood, a brotherhood, a family, a movement. It's more than just about the money. It's about changing lives. That's my purpose. That is my intention with this video. That's what I want you to get out of it. And it starts with you making one simple decision. Just take a leap of faith with me. Click the button below. Watch a short video and see for yourself. Just see for yourself why we do what we do, how we do it, and then start to imagine, you put yourself in the shoes of everybody else having enormous success in our team, and realize that you can have anything you want in life, and that we can show you how to get there. That if you spend even 20 minutes a day doing simple personal development exercises that we give you, it'll change you as a person in as little as 2 days. That if you just do some simple, consistent actions and market your business like we show you, you can have enormous success financially, and personally. You can grow in ways that you did not know were possible for you in as little as 90 days. And I can't think of anything better than that. And I'm smiling because I know everything I've said is true. And I know that even though I cannot reach and help everyone, I know I'm going to reach some of you. For me, my goal is 2 a day. 2 a day gets me to 30,000 a month. That's a pretty great way to live life, knowing that every day I give 2 people a chance to live an amazing, rewarding, fulfilling, enviable life, and that they no longer have to subscribe to the conventional way of doing things. They no longer have to be part of someone else's plan so that some CEO can take his or her millions and live an enviable life, so that their Wall Street constituents can go on and get their amazingly obnoxious bonuses, so that middle management can continue to make 2, 3, 4 times what you make, because in order for a company to show great revenue growth and blah blah blah, your position has to be kept at its $50,000 a year level, it's $75,000 a year level, it's $100,000 a year level. We don't fall under those conventions anymore, because we believe that we're worth more. We believe that we can have more, and we're determined to show people that you can have anything and everything you want in life. And all you have to do right now is click a stupid little button underneath this video, or a link somewhere on this page, depending on where you're watching this video, and take a leap of faith with me. Try it. I dare you not to. If you don't want the things I just talked about, then don't do it. But if you're ready for change, if you feel it in your gut right now that this could be the day that changes everything for you, you've got to watch this right now. Click the button, go watch it, and start changing your life right now. Your journey begins now, and I'm locked in arms with you in spirit, but hopefully, I'll see you soon, and I'll hear from you soon, and we can continue this journey together. And I promise you it'll be worth every last second you spend, or you've spent rather, watching this video and the next. Watch the video presentation, then choose. Thank you very much.